Hey guys, welcome to Let's Talk DIY. Today we're going to be working on my Glock 23. We're going to be installing a ghost trigger, and we're also going to be installing a grip, like a sandpaper type grip for the grip. So I know if any of you guys are Glock owners out there, I like buying the adhesive grips because if you stipple your gun, that's where you basically use like a hot a tip, and then you kind of make indentations throughout the gun. Yeah, it's cool and all, but the issue is it's not. You can't put it back to where it was before. So at least with these kind of grips on them, like the sandpaper type grips, it's you can take it out. It's just adhesive. So the good thing with this one, I want to try it. It's got, nowadays they have some cool designs on it that you can put on yours. So we'll see how it looks like. Let's talk about the ghost trigger. The ghost trigger says it's the ghost 3.5 trigger. What they say is that the best 3.5 pounds drop-in trigger connector for Glock pistols. All of my Glocks except for one, the small Glock 26 that I have, does not have this connector, but all the others do. All the other Glocks, and I have all of the 9mm and some of the 40. So we're gonna work on my Glock 23, and they say that by putting this on, you don't really get a 3.5 pound trigger pull, and you can research that on the internet or on YouTube, and you'll see most of the time people will swap out this connector and they'd get like 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds of trigger pull on their gun. The one thing I like about having this connector put in there though is the crispness of the trigger pull, right? So the more crisp it is, man, the more accurate you'll be, and more control of the gun. So, and that's what counts, right? I mean, when it's a life or death situation, you want to be pulling on some mushy trigger. You want something that it's much more crisp. So let's take a look at my Glock. So this is the Glock 23. It's chambered for 40 caliber. Let's put this away, and let's do a quick safety check to make sure that the gun is empty. No ammo in the magazine, and nothing in the chamber. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is take the slide off. The easy way to take the slide off, for you Glock owners, you know what I'm trying to do here. All you do is you pull back a bit, you get a little bit of gap from the barrel, pull down these tabs, right? When you pull down on the tabs, like this, pull the trigger, and the slide will slide off. Alright? And you don't need that, you just put that aside. And this is what we're going to be looking at, the frame. So with the frame, you usually get a nice, like a roll of tape, so that you can punch through the holder on this side. As you can see, it comes off pretty easy, that you don't even need a hammer or anything like that. And you want to make sure you put these aside. You don't want to lose these. Alright. And the cool thing, if you guys are Glock owners, you should check out this tech mat that I have, right? And it's for Glock, and it's cool because it gives you a lot of info about the Glock, the different type of Glock models that they have, and you have your parts list. Right, so what we just pulled out is this one right here, which is number 29. That is your trigger housing pin, and that's what we took off. So now that the trigger housing pin is gone, you should be able to lift up your trigger group here pretty easily, just like that. And what we're trying to look for is this connector right here. So we're going to try and take that connector off, and it's pretty easy. Let's go ahead and get a flathead screwdriver, try and pry it off from the bottom portion here, and pretty easy. So this is the stock Glock connector, and while you're here, actually, it's the best time to do is to clean it. Alright, so this is the stock connector, and let's look at the ghost trigger connector. So as you can see, put them side by side here. The ghost one is polished, as you guys can see, and also it's really minute, but you can see this portion right here. It's a lot thinner than the Glock one. So, and I believe that's where they usually catch. So I'll just go ahead and clean off the old one and put it back. Put it in the old ghost trigger container. We'll set that aside. And while we're here, I might as well go ahead and kind of wipe down parts a bit. So all you gotta do is just go ahead and slide it back in. Right there. Okay. Done. Yeah, done. And it goes right back in there. And what I'll do actually is take it out a bit, and I use a Remington Rem oil just for lubrication. Okay, so that's done. All we gotta do now is put back the slide back on here, and while I'm at it as well, I'm just gonna shoot a little bit of lube on there. And just wipe off the excess. That's all. Okay, and then put it back on the slide. Okay, so double check it's not loaded. It is not loaded. Nothing. No ammo coming out. So now that we went ahead and resetted it, let's go ahead and try pulling it. So let's pull. And again, even though it is empty, please make sure you point your weapon at all times at a safe location, safe area. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. I'll pull with my left. Okay. So now on to part number 2. Let's get these tools out of the way. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put the grip tape on the grip. Use a little bit of alcohol, kind of get all the oil and all the dirt off from the handle area so that you're going to have a good adhesion. Okay, and you're just going to let it dry for a bit. What I got here. Now all these things that I bought them all on eBay. Even my tech mat. So if you guys are interested in having if you have a Glock, and then there's different tech mat makes different mats for different firearms, so, and different brands. So I would say 90% of all my handguns are all Glocks, and when I was in law enforcement, I trusted Glock with my life. So, and I will still trust the Glock with my life and my family's life. Okay, so I got this one on eBay. It's from A Zone Gear. and they make them for all the different types of Glocks. It comes with an instruction, and as you can see, it is laser cut. Oh, kind of cool. They give you an actual alcohol prep pad, which I didn't have to use because I went ahead and I have my own. And what I use is 70% isopropyl alcohol. And this is where I got my thing from. Give them a little bit of promo. James C. Roberts Jr. You can check them out at a-zonegear.com, or you can just hit them up on eBay. Dude, cue the music, right? It's foreverness. So make sure you don't touch too much of the adhesive, and just trying to kind of grip onto the rim of it so you don't contaminate the. Oops, there's a little bit something stuck here. Another piece that we need to make sure it's out. Alright. Just bend it a bit so we can pull it out. There it is. Okay, so at this point, this is when you want to just kind of.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Holy cow, man. Yes, it does make a big difference. Wow. Huh. Magazine comes off. Alright guys, so pretty much easy, super easy upgrades that you can do for your Glock, and pretty much the same process for changing the ghost trigger. Worked for all the Glocks. It's pretty easy, it'll take you minutes. And again, doing the grip tape for me is so much better than stippling, because I can restore it back to OEM if I have to, right, if I sell the gun or something like that. But I kind of like the skulls on it anyway. So here we go, let's take a look at what we did today.